I guess, what your initial thoughts on some of the team struggles today?
Well, I mean, I don't think we struggled today. I mean, we played a really good team, a team that's been unbelievable in college basketball over the last 15 years. So uh, I thought we played well. I'm encouraged because we actually did what we practiced. We practiced coming out, and we practiced playing the first 5 minutes of the game for 3 straight days, and we did what we practiced. And I think we did that. All game. We were continuing to practice every day, playing with Caleb and Wes, and doing some different things, and getting our team to be built, around that. And we haven't done that for the past 4 years. So now, okay, we're really zeroed in on that. We're getting better at that. And now as we do that, then, Ethan, who's playing his tail off like you can't believe, we got to get him to just be knowing, okay, in these situations, I'm shooting this ball. And then, we got the way that we're playing. So I can really see us developing as a team, because we're developing in the way that we're practicing and in the way that we're playing. And the guys can see that. And today, you play against a good team, a team that has guys who have played a lot of college basketball, that have won a lot of college games. What you learn is, which we keep stressing, is it just comes down to the little things. You got to be good at the little things all the time and keep shrinking down those number of mistakes, and I think that showed up today. And if you can do what I'm saying, it comes down to those mistakes. And then it comes down to those 50-50 balls, because in the first half, if we had gotten those 50-50 balls as we were playing really well defensively, we gave up 10 offensive rebounds. And off of those 10 offensive rebounds, right, they got up 9 3-point shots, and they could feel good about just how okay. And you can't do that, against anybody in college basketball anymore, And I certainly know you can't do it against caliber team of Belmont in a program like that. But major progress. And like I said, I was able to be in the locker room after the game and say, okay, I don't have to sit here, and I told the team that I don't want to sit in the locker room after the game and say we didn't play hard. We didn't do, no, today we looked like the way we're supposed to look. We look like a team that, we're starting to know who we are. And when you're like that, well, then you can, if you have the belief, well, then you can keep getting better. And that's sort of what I saw today. And, Belmont, they've won a lot of games, and you got to beat Belmont. You got to beat teams like that. They're not going to beat themselves. Early on in the game, in the first half, they were beating themselves, and we didn't take advantage of it with those 50-50 balls, and that's sort of what we have to learn.
Yeah. You kind of mentioned a few, but what are some of the good things that Belmont did that you want to see more on your team?
That Belmont did that I want to see from us? Yeah. Well, what Belmont does is, and I said this to our guys at halftime, we have something on our board, that just says just to do what we do. Just do what we do. Well, that's what Belmont does. So I said to our guys at half, all Belmont's doing, guys, is whatever we said they do. Here's the scouting report. They're going to shoot threes. These guys and they're going to do what they do, and they're going to do what they do, and they're going to do it for 40 minutes, and that's why they're good. And that's what we're working on. And this is the first time where I'm like, okay, I think I see, like, you know what? We can get good at doing what we do. And then the more you do that, it becomes a habit, and it's like their habit, right? That's the habit they have. We actually did a good job early on, in the first half of sort of taking them out of what they do. And like I said, but we didn't get those 50-50 balls, and they got 10 offensive rebounds, and you can't do that against a team like that, So we have to, and that was my message at halftime. That's good. You see them? Like, that's what we got to become like, because then you get better and you learn how to break through. And once you do, well, then you know why you broke through, and you just keep doing it. And that's sort of this process for us.
Absolutely. So you would say you saw more consistency out of your team today?
Yeah, definitely more consistent. Definitely more consistent on the offensive end. Definitely more consistent in sort of doing what we do. Along those lines, though, against a team like Belmont, a couple mistakes, a couple defensive mistakes here that are preventable. That we're continuing to stress that those mistakes, they're killers. They're we killers. They hurt the team. But I believe the way we played, right, and if we can keep developing this way, well, that's how the team learns. We're not making those mistakes. And there were a couple defensive mistakes that sort of we help Belmont. They don't need our help. That's what I know. But much better today in that regard.
Yeah, for sure. And Caleb and Sam both had career high nights. Can you just speak a little bit on their performances?
Well, Caleb was unbelievable the last. My thing with Caleb is I just said to him is, you need to play like that every second you're on the floor. You know what I mean? And I don't know. I said something in a timeout huddle again, and I mean, so the more we play that way, and with he and Wes, the more they develop that way, the more they're going to play that way all the time. Well, we just got better. This is his fourth college game. But he was just, he's starting to know that he's good. And that's the case for a few of our games. Like, you got to know you're good. Now, you know you're good by having the experience, having the right work ethic, going about your business the right way. And then there comes a time where I'm good, man. And then you just take it to another level. And that's what we're looking for. And Sam, I just said to him after the game, hey, game 4, kid, did you do better today? Yeah, you getting more comfortable out there? He's got to get more disciplined. He's got to learn from the game, what the game's teaching him. Like, calm down, get more disciplined. But he definitely is giving us something of what we need. You get those guys, you get Jeff and Ethan, you get the big guys, and then you're looking to Sam and Byron, and those guys, chip in. You know what I mean? Like, there's a role for you there to, like, just be good at what we do, and you're chipping into what we're doing. And, Sam's definitely a part of that, and we need every guy on every night, though, to chip in. We can't have someone go out there and have 14 minutes and not have them be good minutes, and that's, again, where you got to be really just good at doing what we do, because then you do play well. You might miss a shot or two. You still play well. We're getting there. I see it. We'll see when we go in our next game to a harder team. I don't know if they're harder. I mean, it's good competition, high level of competition. Belmont, high level of competition. We'll see if we can replicate this performance, next Thursday in California. If we do, okay, I'm continuing to get, and we're continuing to get the right signs. We're seeing the right things, and that's where these games are big, because, like I told them, nobody wins anything in November. What you do is you build something in November. You know what I mean? You build a mentality in November. You build some chemistry. You build some belief in each other in November. Because there's going to be a December 10th, and there's going to be a January 10th, and there's going to be a February 10th, and there's going to be a March 10th. And what sustains you through that time is, wow, we built something in November. We built something that we know we can sort of rely upon, and I think I saw that today. I got to see it again in California. We got to do it, get to where we do it every game. And then, you know what? Then the team knows, okay, we can take the next step.
Yeah, and speaking of California, how are you planning on preparing your guys to play on the road?
Yeah, well, that's going to be, the whole Caleb Walker going on the road for the first time, Wes Spino going on the road. Although Wes played at New Mexico one of the games last year. But again, Sam Duskin on the road, Kyle Marshall on the road. Again, first experience. But again, that's why I just, want to say, okay, that's why it's so important that you're just focused on doing what we do. Because then those things don't matter. What do you mean? You're going into a place where they got 2 hoops that are 10 feet. You know what I mean? The gym's painted different. Who cares? And again, that's learned behavior. That's called experience. And this will be our first shot at it. But again, we have the hardest non-conference schedule we've had here since I've been back because, well, we go there and do it. That cements home some of these things that we're trying to build. And you go do that in hard places and hard environments, well, then you really start to know what you're capable of.
Hey, Sam. So I believe you had a career high tonight. Can you just talk about, what went into that?
Yeah, we've been practicing hard all week. I've got my mind right. I came out firing. Coach Scott told me don't be scared to shoot the ball. So just went out there, saw the first one go in. I'm like, all right, it's gonna be a good day. The next one went in, and then it dropped off, but got off to a good start. And that's what we've been struggling with is starts. We've been getting down almost every game. So this game it was just good to have a change, have a good start.
Yeah, I was going to say you guys started out really well. How did that, help the team's mindset and momentum?
It helped us a lot more because other games we get down in the beginning, and we're like, oh, we're already beat. But we get ahead, and our mindset changes. We're like, all right, we got to keep it on. We got to extend the lead. We're not fighting back. We're already on top. We just gotta keep going.
Yeah, can you talk about some of those, I guess, struggles with pace and other things that kind of, you know, stifled you guys a little bit? Just kind of the struggles that you guys had to, I guess,
Oh
keep that
yeah,
momentum.
yeah. So a lot of times we don't ever even get shots off. So coaches emphasizing that we just need to shoot the ball more, and that I think that's one of our biggest problems. And also rebounding. And myself included, I did not do a good job of boxing out tonight. And that's something that we're going to hammer down on and fix. And those are probably our two biggest issues right now.
Yeah, for sure. What improvements or positive things will you take from this game?
We gotta build off the good starts. We gotta always have good starts. If we have a good week of practice, we'll have good starts. Just keep playing hard. That's really it's a mindset.
Yeah, you guys had a pretty decent crowd there tonight with a lot of other peers. Can you even talk about how that maybe helped you guys?
It helped us a lot in the beginning. It was just every time they shot free throws, we had the student section behind them chanting something, and then they missed 3 or 4 off of that. That was big. The crowd just cheering us on was really big. So we really appreciate the fans.
Yeah. Is there anything you can share about Joe's message to you guys after the game?
He thinks it's better. We're building slowly. It's not about winning games in November or December. It's about building your team, and then so come conference play February, March tournament, we're ready for then. So he said we're on the right track. We just got to keep building off of what we're doing right now.
I guess first of all, it looks like you also had a career high night with 17 points. Can you talk about what went into that and I guess your overall feelings on it?
Yeah, I mean, again, I just want to give all glory to God. I know we lost, but still got to be grateful for the opportunities that we have. I got off to a slow start in the first half, but the coaches and my teammates are doing a great job of just encouraging me to kind of come out of my shell and just try to help the team in how I can. So, tonight I was scoring, but other nights it might not be that. I just got to do my best to affect the game and help my teammates.
And I guess what was the game plan kind of at halftime with you guys to maybe kind of come back and regain the lead?
We really just emphasized the pace of the game. We were really letting Belmont kind of control things, so we just had to come out there and show them like this is Clune, this is our home court, and we should have the advantage. So I think that's really helped us, just being aggressive, and the crowd played a big factor in that as well. So very grateful for our fans.
Yeah, and Coach Scott has talked a lot about consistency. Do you think your team has been seeing any more consistency?
Yeah, I mean, I think we're definitely improving. Like what my teammate Sam said, we had a couple great days of practice, but we're definitely not there yet. We got to keep building off of this. I think the pieces are definitely there. We just got to put it all together.
Yeah, for sure. What's the biggest thing that you or the team's going to take from this game and to the next one?
I would say just that consistency factor. Thank you. We gotta be Air Force. We gotta play like we play all the time. We can't let other teams affect how we play. We just gotta do what we do.